Hello.
Hi, Mayor.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Excellent.
Hello, everyone.
Hey guys, Carrie, Jeff, Bobby, Brian.
How's it going?
Going, how about you?
Oh, it's good. My Rams won last night.
I saw that. That was quite a game, actually.
Yeah, they almost blew it at the end.
Yeah.
Arizona recovered an onside kick, and if they had more time,
Yeah, I couldn't understand why they didn't spike the ball instead of trying to make the play.
yeah, I don't know.
Kind of dumb, so lapsed.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird ending.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good ending, though.
I don't understand any of what you all are saying, spiking balls and plays and all that stuff.
Football talk, you know?
Yeah, it's a complete mystery.
I'll explain it to you one day.
Not on the clock, though.
Not as billable hours. Good point, Bobby.
Hi, Sam.
Karen in the neighborhood, do we think?
You want me to text her?
I'll text her, Mayor.
That'd be great, thanks. Bombard her. Carrie, any storm damage up your way?
No, we held up real well. Thank you for asking.
Looked like most of the town did, actually. I drove around a little bit this afternoon and had a look-see.
Can't believe we didn't lose power.
There she is. Right on the call, right on time, right on the drop of a minute. Karen, are you there?
Well, yes, I am.
Lovely. It is 3:30 and it is still December 14th, 2021. I could call to order the meeting of the Carmel-by-the-Sea Council. Ashley, can we get a roll call?
Councilmember, excuse me, Councilmember Barron.
Here.
Councilmember Ferlito.
Here.
Councilmember Tice.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Richards.
Here.
Mayor Potter.
Here.
All present, we have a quorum.
Lovely. We can conduct the business into the public. So first time's public appearance items. This is an opportunity for any member of the public to comment on an item that's not on today's agenda. 3-minute limitation on that testimony. Just state your name for the record. I'd appreciate it. Anybody wishing to speak today?
Mayor, I'm not seeing any raised hands.
All right, I'll close the public comment period, bring it on then to the consent calendar, which I think, Council, you had a concern with? Counselor?
Yes. Actually, I see that it turned out to be an order of business. So I thought it was consent, but now that I look at the agenda, I see it's an order of business. In any event, I will report on this item. It is a resolution to authorize the city administrator to sign a legal services agreement with the law firm of Best and Krieger for telecommunications legal services. As the council may recall, in July of last year, the council approved retaining the telecom law firm. And since that time, that firm and Trip May of that firm have provided the city with assistance with regards to 2 applications that were submitted by Verizon, one for the Sunset Center rooftop and another for the Carmelo site. And at this time, we believe it's appropriate for the city to retain additional legal counsel to assist the city in coordination with the telecom firm in regard to telecommunications issues. That firm is, the name of that firm is Best and Krieger. And they have a number of attorneys with experience in telecommunications issues. One of those attorneys who's very experienced is Gail Carish. We did attach Gail's resume to the agenda report, staff report, and as you can see, she focuses her practice in the area of telecommunications matters. I wanted just to add a few words in addition to what is in the staff report itself. I want to mention that the best firm, including Gale, have provided legal assistance on wireless regulatory matters to over 50 cities and 3 counties in the state of California. And that's not including advice to counties and cities outside of California. And for many of those public agencies, that advice has been with regards to the drafting of telecommunications ordinances and amendments to those ordinances. And as I mentioned, the resume of Ms. Karish is attached to the staff report, and that does give more details regarding her experience. So the recommended action this afternoon would be to adopt the resolution authorizing the city manager to sign a legal services agreement with the firm of Best and Krieger to provide for telecommunications legal services for the city. And I'm available to answer any questions.
Are there any questions of Brian by council members at this time? Brian, I just ask, I mean, it does look like she deals with contract facilitation and the drafting of certain ordinances, that kind of work. What is her litigational experience with people that who have to sue us? I mean, honestly, we heard pretty clearly that we were apt to get litigated by Verizon if we didn't go down the road they wanted us to go down. Where are we going to be as far as legal defense and expertise in defense of our position?
The Best and Krieger firm has substantial experience with regards to litigation, including litigation with Verizon. I know that Gail is on this call, and perhaps Gail, would you be able to elaborate on that at all?
Yes, certainly, and thank you for having me on here and considering our firm for this assistance. I just want to note that we have worked with a telecom law firm in other cities as well. This is not, may seem kind of unusual to have 2 firms working on matters, but that has come up in the past in some other cities as well. With respect to your question about our litigation experience, I, myself, and others in my firm have worked on a lot of litigation matters related to wireless facilities in particular, as well as other telecommunications matters. We were counsel that led the effort in the Ninth Circuit to overturn the small cell wireless, the FCC's small cell order. We've been active in litigation on and representation at the FCC for decades with respect to litigation over specific wireless disputes, permit denials, and things like that. We have worked on and represented many cities, not only in California, but also in other jurisdictions. We have a part of our group in our Washington, D.C. office, and we have a somewhat national representation of communities on wireless issues and other telecommunications issues.
So we're simply augmenting our team by then adding them on to the telecom group that's there. You'd be working in conjunction with them?
That's correct.
Are there any other questions at this time? I don't see. I'll open it up. Oh, Carrie, I'm sorry. Carrie.
So we're just signing the agreement to work with the firm. I didn't see anywhere, Brian, where it says what the hourly rate for this firm is, or I didn't see any outline on that.
I believe typically, well, I can say what the hourly rate would be. It would be $360 an hour, which I believe, based on my experience, would be a reasonable fee for these types of services.
Thank you.
Are there any other council members with questions at this time? Bobby?
Does anybody know if there's other attorneys working on it from the resident side, from the LaPlaya side, or have you heard from that, Brian?
Well, I know that LaPlaya hired Jeffrey Melching from the Rattan and Tucker firm. We've seen letters that he has submitted on behalf of LaPlaya. And then I also believe Tony Lombardo represents some residents, and he spoke at your meeting on December 7th. I don't know of others, but I know of those two.
I guess my real question, because I knew, I just, will you guys be working with them as well?
Well, our client would be the city. Their clients are who their clients are. So I guess the answer would be that I think we've got a pretty good team already in our dugout between the telecom firm and the Best and Krieger firm, that we've got the attorneys that we need to consult with. And we don't have any current plans to consult with attorneys for other parties.
Karen, Bobby, did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Karen, you're muted. Karen, you're still muted.
I know. I was just going to ask that the person with 258 mute themselves, but I see they did. That was cutting in and out of the answers to some of those questions.
All right. So, Brian, have we heard any response from Verizon yet as to the threats of litigation?
I have not.
Okay. All right. Are there any other questions? I'll open up to the public. Is there anybody in the public wishing to speak to this item? Please state your name for the record. There's a 3-minute limitation on that testimony.
Mayor Potter,
Yes.
Michael McWalter, Scenic Road to north of 11th. I have four
Michael.
questions. The first is, what California municipal cell tower ordinances has Ms. Karish authored?
Okay, you state your questions, and then we'll, in the 3-minute limitation, we'll answer them once we're done taking public questions or comments.
Okay. How would Ms. Karish have voted last Tuesday? Would she have voted to give an extension to Verizon, or would she have voted to deny them that location? Is Ms. Karish a proponent of residential cell towers? And if we had hired her and she had already written a cell tower ordinance, would it have disallowed the Carmelo and 8th location to Verizon? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Is there anybody else wishing to speak today? Getting close to the last call here, guys.
Not seeing
Anybody wants
anybody
to-
raising their hands, Mayor. I think we can move on.
So,
All right, Ashley.
Mayor, would you like me to respond to the?
Let me close the public comment period first. So seeing no other interest in public comment, I'll close the public comment period, bring it back to staff for response, additional directions, or questions by council members. Brian?
Yeah, I don't believe it's appropriate to respond to any of the questions I just heard from Mr. McWalters, except I do think he has a legitimate question with respect to the experience that Ms. Karish and the law firm of Best and Krieger has with regards to the drafting of ordinances. And that is why I supplemented my comments earlier today, just a few minutes ago, when I explained that Gail and the attorneys in her firm have represented over 50 cities just in California alone, as well as 3 counties with regards to telecommunications issues. And in many of those clients that they've represented, they assisted them with the drafting of their telecommunications ordinances or amendments to their telecommunications ordinances. And perhaps Gail could elaborate a little bit if she wishes on that point.
Gail, speaking from an attorney standpoint, not from your own personal cell phone usage, but thank you.
Yeah, I would just add that, yeah, we do work, and I have personally worked on many ordinances in many jurisdictions. As you know, when you would work on any type of legislation, to say that you are the author really assumes quite a bit. It's an iterative process. I don't ever take action on any of the ordinances. I'm there as the legal advisor to the body that is adopting the ordinance. They make the choices. I give them legal advice, just like on any other matter that I'm called upon to give legal advice.
Exactly. All right, council direction, comments, additional motion, anything? I am familiar with the firm of Best and Krieger. I've worked with them in the past, found them to be very professional. I think if it's a recommendation of our council that we should augment our team with their hire, I'd be supportive of that. So it's just my personal opinion.
Is that a motion?
Could be, yeah. Okay, I'll move.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Okay, any other discussion? Seeing none, Ashley, could you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Barron,
Yes.
Councilmember Ferlito,
Yes.
Councilmember Tice,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Richards,
Yes.
Mayor Potter.
Aye.
Thank you all. It's unanimous.
All right, so that then moves us on to our closed session, I believe. Yes. And that noted, Brian, would you like to read us into closed session? Is there anybody in the public wishing to speak to these items once Brian announces them? If you do so, prepare yourself once Brian's done.
Yes, we have two closed sessions this afternoon. One is the public employee performance evaluation. That's pursuant to Government Code Section 54957. The title is City Administrator. Our second closed session is a conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D2, one case.
All right, well, perhaps we should deal with the anticipated litigation first, or what was your preference?
Yeah, I believe that we should. The assistant city attorney, Sam Zutler, is available, and she will be participating in that closed session as well.
All righty, well, Ashley, if you take us into closed session, is there anybody in the public wishing to speak to any of these items? I don't see anybody. All right, Ashley, if you would clear the room, we can go into closed session.
All right, I will do that. Gone. Okay, once Sebastian is gone, Chip, I'm making you the host.
Heavy responsibility, Chip.
Yeah, it's huge.
All right, so I'm leaving, and once Sebastian's gone, you guys are good to go.
Thank